Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I have you in hand, so if it's a bit shaky, I'm sorry. You'll go in the tripod in a couple of minutes. I thought it would be nice to start my very first day with a completely formed studio area with you and show you here, Spirit. Yes, there's our big guy. Of course, he's on the bed next to my desk. And I did have my little girls in here. Okay. So there's my haunted abandoned video, which is getting ready to transform to the picture that I'm working from. I had the light and fan on, and it is, oh my goodness, so nice and chilly in Phoenix this morning, but it won't be this afternoon, believe me. It'll be 99 or 100 degrees. I had to actually shut it off because I was shivering. It was so cold. It was awesome. So there we have the Diamond Art Club Halloween from last year. I guess they're putting that out again this year, from what I understand. I like the little haunted house one they've got this year, but yeah, it's just not in the budget, and that's okay. And of course, my rainy day diamonds, crystal roses. Oh, my very favorite non-custom diamond painting. Oh, it's just so stunning. I love it, and it's right next to me. It looks much closer to me than it does for you. And my Mother's Day card from this year from my oldest daughter. And behind the door is another diamond painting. There we are. Okay, so there I have my paper. And I have my magnifier and my clip-on camera holder on the shelf in there, and of course below the paper is my little refrigerator for in here. And looky, there's a fluffy snowflake. I need to vacuum from Penny being in here, but that's okay. I'll have to sweep this out because we don't own a vacuum. But first, baby. Hi, pretty girl. She's like, you're out of your mind, Mother. Okay, so here is my little side table for anybody who wonders. These are my fixatives and my Gamsol. I have another fixative over there, a different type. It's a gloss that I use for certain diamond paintings. Not that one. Eye drops, sharpeners, medicine for the baby, stand for my phone, which was the charger for my Samsung that finally gave up on me. Of course, this amazing little magnet that was given to me by one of my subscribers, and I absolutely, absolutely love it. It is always where I can see it. My little Esky cover minder. Aw, that was also a gift. And this is my lavender vanilla candle from Ashley. Oh, all I've got to do is open the lid and it makes the room smell good. And of course, you know, glasses, inhaler, Neosporin. I'll show you the other half of that. Favorite eraser, lip balm. One of my diamond painted notepads that I use. The diamonds for the native foxes here. There's my Derwent pencils, which, you know, they come out every single day. I have my Nivea cream here. I need to get a bottle of gloves in a bottle. So these are the two set of two sets of drawers. So the 10 drawers that I use all the time, and then I use the Derwent all the time. So that's a given. Over here, oops, sorry about the finger, is a set of 4 drawers and the accompanying portion to the Neosporin Band-Aids. Because guess what, guys? I am really spastic and accident prone. So, you know, behind, next to it is my paper towels that I use all the time for liquid blenders, and, you know, you just never know. And then, of course, I've got scissors, watercolor pencils, erasable pencils, pens for Inktober, and then my glass of normal tools. 3 of my favorite diamond painting pens. The other one is in my room. And my favorite tray. And that is an algae serum for my skin, because my nose likes to flake skin all the time. I don't know why. under my tablet is my current sketchbook and my book of black watercolor paper, because that reminds me that that's the next project I need to start. The wolf that I started rather upset me because the eyes look like they're an illustration, and that's just not my style. So on the board for today, I know you guys have seen this piece a billion times now, but I'm working on the foreground of this beautiful tiger. I can finally show you the entire kitty cat. There we are. And there she is. Her background is done, although I want to fill that a little more on the left. And I have to finish her foreground, her shadow, and all of the, forest floor. So I'm going to be working on that for a while today. And if I get up enough oomph, I will do some diamond painting as well. So I will stop here and come back after I get a chance to get started. Because, coffee, folks. I forgot to bring in my coffee. Okay. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we are back. I'm not sure that this is a good angle. It probably isn't, because my hand's going to be in the way. But what I wanted to do, I'll turn this a bit. This is my glassine so that I keep my hand oils off of the cotton watercolor paper because, yeah, not archival. So what I'm going to do here is grab my Derwent Lightfast pencils, my set of 72. I would love to have the remaining. I actually have the 73rd pencil. I just need the other 27. Anyway, so I need these colors today. This piece has had a lot of the Derwent Lightfast in it, and it's just made me come to love it so much. But I want to put some of this kind of grayed purple in throughout. This is a forest floor, so what we're seeing are little pieces of rotting tree bark. We have a little bit of a plant in the background, and then these bright spots on the drawing, what those are is where the light is shining through with color. It actually is kind of neat when you see it from a distance, but yeah, this seems really random where I'm placing these, but it really is not. I'm looking very carefully at the image, the original image, to make sure that I'm making this look somewhat like a forest floor, because, yeah, never done this, so I'm completely new to doing so. And now I have to pause you. Sorry, I don't know how much of the sound closing the door will block out, but my goodness, my son with his cartoons, adult cartoons. This house is literally like living in an echo chamber, which can be kind of interesting at times. I think that's the same color, yes. Let me grab the next one, because there are no secrets here, realistically. There's just not. You're not going to have that kind of peace and quiet when you live with someone else in a house that's designed like this one. So I'm running back and forth between colors at the moment because, light reflects differently and things rot away at different times because they fall to the forest floor at different times. I'm going to move this back. Now, I have painter's tape on my glassine, not a standard practice, you guys. I have it there because I have fans on, in both this room and my bedroom. And what will happen is the glassine just blows all over the place. And I can't get a doggone thing done if I'm constantly fighting with it to go where I need it to. Okay, so this is going to be a little different, but it's got these light spots in it. Interesting. So, it's super early. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and I've already been in contact with somebody that I should have reached out to more than I did a while back. So we will see how all of that goes. When you see this, my friend, just know that my heart is with you, and so are my prayers and well wishes. So we'll leave it at that. Right over here is supposed to be a white spot, but I don't see that happening. So let me grab my Derwent drawing. See, I love these pencils. For a wax pencil, they are amazing. Problem is they only come in 24 colors, and thankfully they are all earth tones. And it is the only way that I know to put white on top of a dark color, especially on a smooth paper. But that also means that I've already blended in very thoroughly all of the black and blue that were in there prior. So there's no way that they could lift up. I'm just trying to see where this placement is. So give me one sec, folks. Sometimes this takes a minute for my brain to catch on to where I'm working. Not usually. Usually I'm pretty quick about it, but I have my moments. Like everybody. Alright, we're going to go with that. Like I said, I'm not looking for an exact likeness. I am merely using this as a guide. But I've never done a forest floor before. So, because, you know, the nearest forest to me is 2.5 hours away. Unless I drive the way that I drove when I was younger, then it's only 2 hours away. But I think we'll not do that today. Sorry, guys. I have such a sense of humor when I'm not feeling well. It's crazy. I get sarcastic and a little funny, but a lot grr at silly things. Let me check this violet. This is one of the reasons that I have this paper on top of my work all the time. The other is to keep dust off of my work and puppy hair and, you know, because it's my life and inevitably there is esky hair everywhere. Which I'm very thankful to have them in my life. So I'm okay with that. Yep, I am okay with that. This is violet, and believe it or not, all it is doing is darkening this in. But I'm not trying to be perfect and go to every edge with it to darken it. I just really want some of the areas to be more purple than even the nightshade will give me once blended. Yeah. This is, to me, the hard part of doing these drawings. When it's random, kind of scribbly stuff, but you know it needs to look like a certain thing. Yeah, that to me is the difficult part of my job. But that's alright. I will take it. And love it and be thankful for it, because that works for me. So this is blue violet. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling some blue into this, because that's going to deepen the shadowed parts. and make it look, I think, more dimensional. You know, the funny thing is, the easiest way to test if your coloring or drawing is coming out as dimensional as you would like it to is one of two ways. For me, it's to look at it through the camera lens. Take a picture of it. And it gives me a step back to really analyze it. The other way, if you're not able to do that, is to look at it in a mirror. I've heard from many really amazing artists that is what they do when they're just not feeling like taking pictures at that moment. So I think that's pretty awesome. I was watching, and I will again when I'm done filming, one of my haunted exploration videos. For anyone who's known me for any length of time, I very much am into abandoned and haunted videos, as well as true crime videos. So, and not too many people knew that I loved watching true crime until recently, when it rolled back around to me watching that, because there was a case that was at some point locally involved, and early on in the case it had local ties here, and that, as the old expression is, that got my Irish up, because although I don't have any Irish in me, you know, but it did. It upset me so badly. Now this is dark indigo, because the whole case is just disgusting. Truly disgusting. So, yeah, I've been following that one and a couple of others, and just kind of limiting myself to what I see going on in the world. But, of course, my limit is to look at the very worst of it, right? I can't really handle looking at the day-to-day pandemic numbers and all of that. I did for a couple of months, and it just started to make me physically sick, and I realized I couldn't do that. It was not doing anything good. It was just creating illness. So, yeah, I pulled away from looking at those numbers, and this true crime case came up on my suggested, and I was like, what is this? But it involved Gilbert, Arizona. Yeah, that kind of got my attention, because that's about an hour from my house, you know, and no. So that's how that happened. This is Caran d'Ache Violet Brown. So it's got just a little more brown to it than the other colors that I've placed on at this point, which is what I want. Because here's the thing. It's going to get, strangely enough, to me, this piece is darker as it's further away. But there's also an area in the foreground where it gets very dark. And that's over in here. So I'm working my way over to it, and then I will go in with my blacks and all of that to place where these highlights and lowlights go. It's gonna be a journey, let me tell you. This painting has already been an insane amount of time to get it the way I want it, but it's, I think, very worth it. It's a beautiful, to me, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of art that pays tribute to an endangered species. And I think that's, you know, for some people, art is just about the creation of art. For me, it's about the creation as well as whether or not I can use this tool to make an impact for the positive on the world. And that's ultimately my goal, you know, is to always leave the world better than I found it, more beautiful than I found it. So, even crossing my legs hurts. That's sad. My whole body aches. Yesterday I really did a number on myself, and boy did I catch some slack for it from, Miss Ashley, and even Michelle. She's sitting in a hospital room, and she's like, oh, you did what, huh? Mm-hmm. So, I know I was kind of in trouble, but that's okay. As long as I don't continue to overdo it all the time, it'll be alright. I took my medication today, so, yeah. I hope that you all have an amazing weekend. Normally on Thursdays I would have done my diamond painting, but, well, as you all saw, I was a little busy. Just a bit. I had fun, but I was busy. Well, I should say the fun part was at the end. When I could sit down and look at it and go, wow, I did this. And I did it in one day. Ouch. So I still need to move my diamond painting storage in here. It's perfectly safe where it is at the moment. I would like to have it all in here. I'm just kind of waiting until the pandemic is over to make sure that I have a good shot at keeping this as my office. So, yeah. Why there is a bed in my office? Let me answer that before it gets asked. Well, because I have grandchildren. Let me see where this is in reference to the ear. It's here. Okay. I have grandsons, and they like to come and spend time. Now, I have news for my son. If he thinks that there is a fireman's chance that my eldest grandchild is spending the night in a room with my art supplies, that's funny and not happening. So, yeah, there's that for you. But, because Danny would be into everything. Oh my goodness. It would be a disaster, and I would be very, very, very upset. So, we're going to avoid that one. We do have a couch and a futon, and he can sleep on either of those, but he's not staying in the same room with my art supplies. I'm trying to see what color the piece next to it is. Wow. Now that surprises me, but it's really pretty. So, yeah. Danny, when you see this, nope, you are not sleeping in this bedroom with my art supplies until you learn to keep your fingers off of other people's things. I love you. It's not happening. Okay, so, I know that Danny, my daughter, lets Danny watch my videos once in a while, or listen to them, because, you know, that way he gets more time hearing Grandmom. And I talk to them nearly every day. So, it's no big deal. What color are you? I don't think so. We'll go this route for a moment, and just a light little bit of it there. What was I going to say? I need to do an instructional video for you guys. And that was what I was starting to do with the wolf. But I was so not happy with the way that was turning out that I sort of abandoned it and have not decided what I'm going to do with it. Unless, of course, Inktober brings wolf into the prompts. I have not looked at the prompts for it yet. Although I did receive them. So, you know, that having been said, I just haven't really gotten there just yet. I know it looks so random what I'm doing, you guys, but I'm putting these bright spots in here. And this may not look all that bright to you, but believe me, comparatively to the background color, it is. And this goes right under her eye. I'm trying to make sure that, you know, I have something that looks like a forest floor at the end of this all. So we'll see. And we have one more piece, but that is in really bright tone. So we're going to grab this one. And that is over here. The other bright piece that we get in this area. I'm sure there are more on the other side. So, and then I'll put the toning colors on it, which, believe it or not, is an orange of sorts. I believe it's called amber, something amber. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, it's a golden orange. Yeah, amber gold. I saw that name and just cringed. But I cringe anytime I see my name on stuff. It's really weird. It's just me. And then when I blend these out, they'll mush together and look better. And that gets some purpley. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to work on this, and if I feel up to it, at some point I will grab my phone to do some filming and diamond paint with you guys. I'm not promising, because I don't know how long I can stay in this chair today. Just because I'm simply really sore. Okay. I really hurt. But, and I should be in bed just resting. Not drawing, not diamond painting, just trying to rest. We'll see how that works. In other words, probably not going to happen, but you know, hey. Oh, goodness. I understand that there have been just a ton of changes in the community while I've been busy with, you know, lifing. That's me. I have to do life. It's how it works. Oops. I just smacked that drawer from underneath with my coffee cup. Alright. So anyway, whatever these changes are, whatever has been going on, you know, I always wish the very best for all of you. Absolutely all of you. It doesn't matter what happened or anything to that effect. I still wish the best that I can for people, because I'm just not a person that carries hatred or anger in their soul. It's not good for you. So I make a point of trying not to do that. So whatever it is, just, you know, if you are new to this community, please ignore it all and understand that these are old issues. And if you've been here for a while, I hope that you are able to do what I'm doing and just not get involved. Take a step back. Stay to your lane and live your life, and that's really all that we can do. We have to continue. It's kind of a necessity. But we shall see. Like I said, I stay out of it. I stay to myself. I stay out of it. For me, that's the healthier way to go. Because, yeah, I wasn't affected well by some of it. And so now here we are. I do more drawing than I do anything at this moment in time. But I will tell you, I cycle my hobbies. I go between drawing and painting and diamond painting and stitching and knitting, and it all depends on what I'm feeling like I can do and how I'm physically doing at that moment. We are coming into the season, as you can tell from my breathing. Why did you just smack me, Spirit? He smacked his head in the back of my chair. We're coming into the season where it is difficult for me to breathe, and I get bronchitis and usually pneumonia, and pretty much always refuse to go to the hospital. I just call my doctor and tell her, please, just prescribe these things for it. We're good. And she listens because she knows that I know my body incredibly well. I do. I'm quite aware of what's happening with me 99% of the time. And at this point in time, because the weather is making so many back and forth changes, I'm starting to get that heavy chest and difficulty breathing. That's okay. At least now I have a room. I can come in, I can sit up, I can work. If I'm not feeling like sitting up, I can lean up against the wall here in this bed. I can, work on my side in my bed. There's just a lot of options for me now. Thank goodness. Because I really needed them. And my son really surprised me and made me feel very, very happy yesterday. So I'm very grateful for that. Yes, you are seeing me put Midnight Black over this violet that I placed in, because when it is blended, it will lighten up inevitably. So, but this is what I'm going to do today. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you're going to be doing for the weekend. I'm really curious. I love knowing what you guys are up to. I will be drawing and doing a little diamond painting, and on Sunday I take the day and generally don't do anything anymore. Sometimes I try, but yeah, it never lasts for more than a couple of hours. Sunday is pretty much my day to try to relax my body and give it a chance to catch up. So we'll see. This week I'm probably really going to need it. But, yeah. That's alright with me. Let's see. Also, please, 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 please like the video, because if you do enjoy it and you're not doing that thumbs up, that's not helping me get back into the recommended and suggested videos that I thankfully used to be in, and I would very, very, very much like to find my way back into. But we'll see. All I can do is hope that, bless you, that I can grow and because this is like starting over. A good friend of mine told me that basically that's what I'm having to go through, because the community changed so much, and because I was out with an injury, these new people didn't even know I existed. So, and that's okay, as long as I find a way to let them know that I'm here, and they're more than welcome to come and join us. I would like that. I am planning, not promising, because with my life you just don't know what's going to go sideways, but I am planning a live stream coming up soon, because I keep getting comments from some very loyal viewers and friends that they miss that, and I felt like I really couldn't do it from my bedroom. And there were other reasons as well, but right now I feel like if I get a day where I'm feeling pretty good, that I can set up the laptop and we can have a live stream. It is not going to be a 4 or 6 hour marathon. I'm sorry. I know I've missed a bunch of them, but you know, I can't keep up with that. The live streams take every ounce of energy that I have. It's a lot of work. So, I don't think that people generally understand how hard it is to run a live stream if you're the only one. You don't have somebody, you know, helping you with comments or anything like that. I'm on my own with that stuff, so yeah. It makes it more complicated. I do have some awesome moderators. I did. I know one of them, 2 of them will be there if they can. Beyond that, I'm not sure, although I hope they are. So, I see that I have a new unboxing from Nana of 7 Crafts to look at. So I will do that. And I believe that, unless things have changed, that there is a live tonight on DP Addiction Adventures with Jennifer Roberts. If you are looking for, you know, to just sit and relax and chat, or hear somebody chat, or chat in the chat, you know, while you're diamond painting or reading or whatever you're doing, please go over and check her out. She is awesome. She's a really neat person, and I absolutely love her. She has such a good heart. Her whole family, they're truly amazing. She and her husband and daughter, and of course, we can't forget Zoe Zoom Zoom. So, yeah, if you are looking for a live stream tonight, that would be my recommendation. I don't know if anybody else is going live, because I kind of don't keep up with any of that anymore, because I go to bed at like between 7 and 8 p.m. Arizona time. So that's, you know, 10, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard at this point in time. That'll fall back an hour very soon. So, you know, that tells you a lot. I'm an early to bed, early to rise, although this morning's 4:30 wake up was even earlier than I was wanting. But, you know, stuff happens when you deal with it. That's life. So, as you can see, I'm going to try to make progress on this and try to make all the scribbles look like a forest floor. Because from here, it looks like scribbles. My thoughts and prayers are with all of you as always. I hope you have an awesome weekend. I will see you again soon. And, yeah, I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.